Welcome to CSL TV. And the content today, we going to the courtroom as you guys can see. But I just gotta say, I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Today, the weather's great today, but you know, I hope the weather's great for y'all wherever you at. But before I get into this video, you guys can help me out by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and commenting down below what caught your interest and made you want to watch more. Also, if you got social media, share your boy on your social media and let people know what we do over here at CSL TV. Now, I don't want to talk too much, but
what am I doing?
The following program shows the proceedings and hearings from courtrooms around the country. Not all outcomes are known or final. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Due to the intensity of some of these scenes, viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, no, man, you see my record?
Well, I have.
Well, I hope you don't.
First, we go to the Veterans Memorial Courthouse in Lansing, Michigan, for the trial of 35-year-old Joshua Hardik, who's been charged with 2 counts of sexual assault. There's Hardik. 2 prosecutors represent the state, including Jonathan Roth, who, prior to sentencing, asked the court to consider a sentence on the higher end of the guidelines. At the far end of the table is Detective Brian Kanan, the lead investigator in the case against Hardik. The jury's reached a decision in one of the cases and is about to read its verdict. In under 8 seconds, so much has happened. Let's look at it again. If you look a little closer, you can see Harding remove something from inside his sleeve. Turns out Harding is holding a metal shank. Harding storms the prosecutor's table, headed straight for Assistant DA Roth. If not for the quick reflexes of Detective Kanan, Roth could have sustained serious injuries. 2 court deputies immediately take action to help bring Harding, who stands 6'6" and weighs 280, to the ground. Watch as Roth removes his glasses to take a step towards the scrum. A spectator points something out to Roth. It's the shank. Meanwhile, Kanan and the 2 bailiffs are still wrestling with Hardik. It took about 30 seconds to eventually cuff and remove the defendant from the courtroom. This brazen attack brought Harding an additional charge of assault with intent to murder, to which he pled guilty. As for the original charges, Harding was found guilty of second-degree criminal sexual conduct and is now serving a combined sentence of 44 years at a state prison. The earliest he could be released is the year 2064.
man, y'all see how this motherfucking lunatic right here? Y'all see how he fucking tried to stab motherfuckers in the prison? Well, in the prison. Y'all see how he tried to stab people in the courtroom? Like, bruh, you about to be sitting in that bitch forever. Oh, wait. They did say he had to sit in that bitch forever. He goddamn near basically got life with no parole in this bitch, you feel me? Because he want to be on some wild, crazy shit. But, hey, let's go to the next case. I just hope if you ever out here and, you know what I'm saying, we don't have to deal with people like this, because justice was definitely served in the eye of the law, baby.
Our next stop is inside the holding facility of the Chandler Municipal Court in Chandler, Arizona. Detention officers have come to remove 23-year-old Kevin Lyons to bring him before a judge. Lyons has been arrested in Chandler on a warrant for driving under the influence. It's also important to note that Lyons is handcuffed in the front. In court documents, he later claimed officers offered to remove the cuffs, but he refused, stating he kept them on for a reason. When the male officer tries to nudge him along, he chooses not to cooperate. The 2 officers try to subdue Lyons, but he refuses to let up. Lyons loses a boot. but continues fighting and kicking. And he lands a shot that knocks the female officer back. And now, if you watch closely, this is where the handcuffs and Lyons' reason for keeping them on come into play. If you look at that again, you can see Lyons manages to slip his cuffs around the male officer's neck, putting him in a potentially deadly stranglehold. It's been over 20 seconds and time is running out. But the officer continues to fight. Eventually, he manages to slip out of Lyons' grip and turn the tables. While escaping from Lyons' chokehold, the male officer suffered a cut to his face and on the back of his ear. A third officer enters to assist, and they begin the very careful process of repositioning Lyons' cuffs behind his back.
Because here's what's going to happen next, okay? Tell me. You're going to go to the hospital if you resist any, okay? I know. I already know. Okay. I've done it before. You know, Mama, you see my record? No, I haven't. Well, I hope you don't see it.
Court documents show Lyons was previously convicted of assaulting officers. So this time, they make absolutely sure they've secured the cuffs behind his back.
Should be locked, right? They're double. They are. We're good. All right.
Lyons may be contained, but that doesn't mean he's going to go quietly.
Okay. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Lyons is led back to his cell, where he continues to mouth off at the male officer.
Okay. That's messed up. So, I didn't do shit to him. Once the criminal arrest started to hit me, everything gonna catch in.
Lyons is booked into Maricopa County Jail and now faces 2 additional aggravated assault charges against a correction officer.
Oh, man. This guy right here, boy. I'm surprised they ain't goddamn fucking locked his ass up and threw him under the goddamn fucking prison for that shit. How the hell you get caught for driving under the influence and then you attack the officers right then and there, and then you fucking goddamn go to jail, about to go to court. These folks said they gonna handcuff you or take your cuffs off, and then you up here fucking decide to attack them. Like, man, what the hell's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all up here already in trouble. Y'all do this stupid ass shit, land yourself in more trouble. Like, man, these folks is crazy, boy. I'll tell you that. But let's get into this next case. I don't want to marinate on this
Discretion
one.
is advised.
No, and stop!
You have no obligation to provide support.
How many days you want to give me now? Are you sure counting? No.
That really seems to be kind of outrageous.
You need to tell me anything.
Milton Watts.
Next, we're in Berea Municipal Court. The defendant, 21-year-old Milton Watts, has turned himself in after a warrant was issued for his arrest for failure to appear on a domestic violence charge.
You were supposed to be here last month. You did not appear. Why weren't you here?
My mom didn't show up. Somebody died in the family. There was no reason for me to be here.
Well, it's not an engraved invitation, son. It's a court order.
Things are clearly off to a rocky start between Watts and Judge Chris Green, but Watts seems comfortable handling the situation on his own.
Your attorney withdrew, so you'll have to hire an attorney?
I don't need an attorney.
You're a lawyer?
Nope.
Unfortunately for Watts, his grasp on the legal process seems spotty at best.
Do you want to talk about me at bond with me? What do you want to tell me?
About what?
Bond?
I don't really give a to be honest with you.
Judge Green, who's known for his no-nonsense style, doesn't seem particularly receptive to the attitude.
That's going to cost you 30 days in the county jail for contempt. Cuff him if you got the cuffs. Hold on. It's $5,000 cash surety bond, subject to the temporary protection order.
Watts' remarks have already cost him dearly, and now he doubles down.
He just swore at the judge. Can I give you a piece of advice?
What?
You can either make life easy or you can make life hard.
I already ruined my life.
That's 60. You want to go for 90? That's more. That's 180. That's 306.
Now I gotta come here and my life up.
No, and stop!
How many days you want to give me now? Are you sure counting?
Yeah, I'm at about a year right now in contempt. So.
Watts' mother and sister attempt to intervene, but there is no stopping the foul-mouthed tirade.
I don't care.
I don't give a
No, stop!
everybody. You.
Good.
The power.
Good.
The power.
Good.
That's stupid. Melvin, stop. Stop it. You aren't even getting in trouble. Melvin, Melvin, listen. You're going
Who the f*** keeps telling me anything?
Just let him do whatever he wants to do. Melvin.
Deputies and other court staff quickly arrive at the courtroom for backup.
Melvin.
Just let him do what he's not going to do anything. I'm just causing more.
That's ignorant.
That's the way he is.
Despite the judge going all the way up to 360 days in the heat of the moment, once Watts calmed down, the judge ultimately decided to reduce the sentence to 90 days in jail, or 4 days per four-letter word. For the initial domestic violence charge he was originally in court for, he later pled no contest and was sentenced to 5 days in jail.
Mr. Milton. I wonder why they bleeped his face out. Is it because he young as fuck or something, like 17, and his mom, you know what I'm saying, technically by the law, some places you ain't supposed to be motherfucking, you a minor is what I'm trying to say, my boy. Cause they had your shit bleeped out. How you was talking in the courtroom, no lawyer, no this, that, You lucky the judge gave you a break. Cause you wasn't that bitch like you was but you should listen to your sister, bro, when she told you to shut the fuck up, Milton. And Miles in that courtroom like, man, fuck his little dumb ass. He wanna fucking be talking around this mouth all the time. That's why I'm tired of motherfucking ass Milton. You fucking sound like you drunk a whole goddamn milk carton of milk, Milton. So, hopefully this tell your dumb ass not to be a gangster in the courtroom without correct representation.
Next, we head to family court in Syracuse, New York. Plaintiffs are Mark and Christina Rotondo, who filed a suit against Michael Rotondo, their own son. The offense? The 30-year-old has been living with his parents rent-free for 8 years, and they want him out. So instead of serving him another home-cooked meal, they've served him 5 letters asking him to please leave. But Rotondo claims he's no deadbeat, that he just needs more time to find a job, which he says he needs to support his young son, who lives with the boy's mother. The parents even offered Rotondo $1,100 to help him pay for a new place to stay, which he gladly accepted, but promptly used for living expenses. So mom and dad take their boomerang kid to court. The millennial, whose story was thoroughly covered by a local news crew, is representing himself. Parents have hired an attorney.
They have no obligation to provide support. He's well over the age of 21.
Rotondo's asking Judge Donald Greenwood for 6 months before he has to leave.
The petitioner is required to serve a 6-month notice to quit onto me to seek removal of myself from the premises. And the reason for this is because anyone who is not a tenant, who is a family member, who is depending on the homeowners for support, requires 6 months to basically procure the means so that they may support themselves on their own.
Now, Mr. Rotondo, I have to compliment you that you've done a lot of legal research at the time.
Parents look on, seemingly wondering, why doesn't Michael put this much effort into finding a job? It looks like Rotondo may have the judge on his side.
A 6-month notice to quit is a reasonable amount of time for someone who has been depending on persons for support. You need 6 months to procure what you would need to support yourself.
No, I understand, but I asked you earlier that I said, are they supporting you? And your answer was no.
They're supporting you with housing.
After both sides present their case, Judge Greenwood makes his decision.
You say you're committed to 6 months, which really seems to be kind of outrageous that somebody in this day and age could be in somebody else's home with a 6-month notice before they have to leave.
The judge rules against Rotondo, who has no choice now but to box up his stuff and move into an Airbnb. On the bright side, he's also offered a store-level job by the COO of a national pizza chain. It is unclear whether Rotondo accepted.
Well, y'all, in this situation, it wasn't a bad one. His parents just want his big grown ass to move the fuck out. That's all his shit was, you feel me? They said, Brody, we gave you time after time, dude, and you couldn't fucking get it together. But I like this situation because it wasn't a bad case. And in the end of it, he fucking got an Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? He got job opportunities. So somebody was trying to help his ass. So he won't be out here, you know, homeless like how that a lot of homeless people is, you know what I'm saying? I think it's called Skid Row or some shit like that. Out there on the West Coast, you don't want to be a part of that. Trust me, I don't want to be a part of that community. It ain't nice is all I'm trying to say. And then the president want to give all this money away to foreign countries while we dealing what we dealing in our own goddamn backyard. Like, bruh. But yeah, I ain't even about to talk about that shit right now, because you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna marinate, lose focus on what I'm supposed to be talking about, and that's talking about these motherfuckers in the courtroom. So, yeah, y'all know how it is out here, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up for us people in this United States of America, you know, whether you're a citizen or not, you're in this country with us. So, yeah. Like I said, a whole nother topic, whole nother discussion. But anyway, hope y'all having a beautiful, blessed day. And y'all already know how we do it over here on CSL TV, my baby.